What's up, guys? I got a 2005 Honda Accord here. If you have a 2003 to 2007 Accord and you have a code P2243, it says air fuel sensor bank 1 sensor 1 circuit voltage high. So pretty much it's gonna be hard for the camera to pick up on this crazy little scan tool. So there you go. And on this car, this is a V6, okay? We're talking about V6 here. So there's two banks on this vehicle. Let me just grab my light. I need to back up here. I'm gonna grab my shop light. There you go. And there you go. So you got a sensor looking right at you right there. And then you got a sensor over here. Okay. Can I get this? It's pretty easy. But the lighting's gonna be crazy. You see it right there on top of the oxygen on the catalytic converter, this guy right here, and that's the sensor we're looking at. So, and the harness is right there down there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace that sensor. So bank 1 is back there, okay? This is bank 2. I got my little rags over here. I was fixing some pipes down here for the power steering leak. Anyways, gonna move those rags out of the way. And we're gonna replace that sensor, and I do have a sensor here. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that sensor out, and then we're gonna match up it's gonna be hard for me to see that back there, but I'll just show you guys as much as I can. Anyways, so that's bank 1 and this is bank 2, and that's the one we're gonna replace. That's the sensor 1. There's one down below that, but we're not touching that one. Okay, boys and girls, I got my ratchet here. This is a 3/8 drive with almost a foot long extension, a swivel, and we have this snap on 22. You could use a 22 millimeter or a 7x8. Okay, that's what I'm using, 7x8 socket here. So I did disconnect the sensor from the harness right here, and the harness is right next to it. Okay, right there, and the harness is all over here, so you'll find it right there. Just follow the line. So what I'm gonna do is gonna be hard for us to do, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this socket onto that sensor, and we're gonna turn it counterclockwise, twist the sensor off, and put the new sensor in. And I'll show you the part number, and I will give you the torque specs on this guy. So I did get my tool onto this guy. Super tight spot, super tight spot. Okay, let's see if my light works better. This one. Oh, got my tool onto this guy, and just want to show you guys. There you go. Got my socket onto this guy. So all I'm gonna do is I am gonna turn this counterclockwise. I'll put my camera right here, and I'll put my lighting up here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna simply just there you go. That's how easy it is to turn this guy. Just be careful with the harness, because the harness is gonna twist around and it's probably gonna get caught into something, and you don't want that. You don't want to pull other things with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off. It's gonna be pretty hot, so be careful, because and I also want to suggest you guys to take off this sensor once it's hot, okay? Because it'll be easier for you guys to take off. But if you're trying to touch it, be careful. Use a rag. And it is hot, but it has cooled off a bit. So all I'm trying to do is from right here, I'm just trying to fish this guy out. There you go. That's what the sensor looked like, and it has a blue, black, yellow, green, and white cable. So 2, 4, 5 wires. And you always want to make sure your sensor. Usually you can clean these and put them back in, and they get dirty, but we're not doing that. So we're gonna actually replace this guy, because I also gotta guarantee a person. Anyways, let me go get a new sensor. Let's put this over here, and we're gonna match up everything and then throw in the sensor. Okay, so guys, this is an oxygen sensor disaster. So here's the sensor the guy sends me, and I called them up. I'm not putting this in and then taking it back out, because I have issue with these guys. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna clean this guy up pretty good. We're gonna throw this guy back in. I'm not throwing that indefinitely, because the customer is going to come back. It's been a disaster with these parts, guy, and this is a totally different sensor. It's longer, lengthier. It could be an upgrade of it, but we definitely not throwing this sensor in. Okay, the guy can say whatever he likes, but this is a video of an oxygen sensor disaster. Okay, I've been having a hard time with these guys, and what can you do? I'd rather go to the dealer, pick up a brand new part, but let's leave this guy alone. But we're gonna continue the video. We're gonna put this back in. So simply, you're gonna torque this to 32 foot-pound. You put it in there, put a little bit of anti-seize on the threading, and anti-seize is a little bottle, a little liquid thing is gonna come with. You put it around just on the thread, put it back in, connect it, reset your light. But definitely not putting that guy in, because I already have put sensors in other cars and they all been coming back to me, especially with these Hondas V6s. But that's what it is. Anyways, guys, hopefully help you out. So the reverse procedure, you put it back in, connect the sensor, bada bing, bada boom, and leave it alone. Just clean this up and use brake cleaner. You know what? Let me give it a shot. Let me give it a shot right here, right now. We'll clean it right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray this down. I only got one hand, but I'm gonna use another one to hold the camera. Let's spray this guy down. You're gonna see a lot of junk come out of there, and it's safe to do. If it doesn't work, guess what? You gotta change it. But I see a lot of contamination coming out. But anyways, I'm gonna clean this up and throw it right back in to ignore my garbage. But I'm just a little pissed, and these guys should know better. Anyways, put it back and you should be all right after that. If it doesn't work out, go pick up an original sensor from the dealer. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, by the way, the part number of this one, this particular one that's considering it wrong, there's a part number, and the brand is Denso. Denso is what we're using. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry.